Hello yogis and bookish friends, and welcome to Novel Yoga, where the yoga flows from the page. Today's book is Tragedy of Medusa, and I debated for a long time whether or not to use this book in our mythological heroines collection. Obviously a huge part of me wanted to, because it's my book. I wrote it, and so of course I wanted it to feature. But also because Medusa is just one of the most fascinating females from Greek mythology, so I wanted her to be part of this collection. On the other hand, my story is a tragedy. There is no happy ending, and so how could I use the tragedy of Medusa to bring about a positive yoga flow for you? But as I sat and thought about it, and I scribbled down notes and ideas on a page, I thought about what beam it could bring to us. Hope. The character of Medusa faces more pain and misery than most people can ever imagine, and yet throughout this story there is hope. So, whatever struggles you are facing right now, whether they are momentous, life-changing ones, or the daily grinding ones, I planned this practice to bring you hope. Some of our asanas and breathwork today will focus on the crown chakra, which, when blocked, can leave us feeling isolated and disconnected and unable to let go of these limiting beliefs. We'll then start with a warm-up to focus on the shoulders and neck, that place where we store a lot of that tension and anxiety when we are feeling hopeless. And after that, we're going to do some real strength poses so that we can feel hopeful and powerful and empowered and ready to go. And then we're going to cool it down with a little gentle yin sequence at the end. So, no matter what tragedy, big or small, today's practice is bringing you hope. Thank you for joining me on the mat. We're going to begin our session today with a quote from the book. So find yourself a comfortable seat. If you prefer to sit on a block, please do so. I'd like you to relax into a natural breath. So no conscious effort here, don't control the breath. Just relax, allow your breath to come, and just consider this quote. My tears puddled beneath me, mixing with the muddy waters below, and I wondered how much rain the dirt had to tolerate in order to allow it to grow something beautiful. As we go through our practice today, we have all got our own muddied waters. We've all been struggled with an onslaught of rain. There are things in life that pour down against us. But today we're going to use that and allow ourselves to have hope, because we know that from all of that rain, something beautiful will grow. And that's what today's practice is about. We're going to begin with alternate nostril breathing. This is a really, really great way to release tension and anxiety. So if you are feeling that hopelessness, that tension, that stress, we're going to release that to begin with to allow hope to flow. It also energises the crown chakra, which is our chakra that we're focusing on today, again to allow hope to flow through us. So to take alternate nostril breathing, take your index finger and middle finger and just gently place them in between your eyebrows. From here, we're going to take a deep exhale. Use your thumb to close your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Exhale through your left. Close your left nostril with your other finger. Open your right nostril. Inhale. And exhale. Close your right nostril. Open your left nostril. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to take a minute round of this alternate nostril breathing. If you have high blood pressure, if you're pregnant, if you have any respiratory disorders such as asthma, please don't do this breath, just do your regular breathing practice. So again, it's your index finger and middle finger that go between your eyebrows. Your thumb will be used to close your right nostril, and your ring finger will close your left nostril. Let's take a minute of our nostril breathing. Exhale through both nostrils. Close the right. Inhale through the left. Exhale through left. Close the left. Inhale through the right. Exhale through right. Close the right. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the left. Close the left. Inhale through right. Exhale through right. Close the right. Inhale through left. Exhale through left. Close the left. Inhale right. Exhale right. Close right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Close left. Inhale right. Exhale right. One more round. Close right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Close left. Inhale right. Exhale right. Okay, release your hand and just take a few minutes to enjoy a natural breath now. In through the nose, out, in, sigh it out through the mouth. Okay, let's begin with a warm up for our shoulders now. That's where we hold obviously a lot of our tension, a lot of our stresses. So if you have, for whatever reason, been feeling hopeless, this is a place where we can release that hopelessness and allow hope to shine. I'm going to come off my block for this. It's up to you what you prefer. We're going to start with a nice gentle neck stretch. So I'd like you to place your left arm down on the floor, reach your right arm behind you and just grasp your outer upper left arm. So just a gentle grasp. And then stretch your head over to the left shoulder. Do a few inhales and exhales here. Release. Right arm to the mat. Left arm comes behind and clasps the upper left arm. Head goes over to your right shoulder. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, already I feel that working wonders on my neck. Let's take a few cat-cows. I want you to put your fingertips lightly at the nape of your neck. And from here, we're going to open up into a cow Chest lifts, shoulder blades draw back, and then exhale, curl your back and come into a cat. Inhale, open your chest, draw your shoulder blades back. Exhale, curl your shoulder blades together, curl your back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just place your hands lightly on your knees. Give yourself a nice free wiggle here. Move in a way that feels good to you. I'm going to do a few light circles from side to side. And then we're going to go for our eagle arms. If you place your right hand in front of you, left arm underneath, lift your arms. If you can, hook them so that palms touch. If this isn't available for you, then just touch the back of your hands together. Once your arms are in this eagle arm position, I just want you to lift up and curl down. Lift your chest, draw your arms away from you. This is a wonderful shoulder stretch. And then curl back down. And one more, lift up. Draw your elbows away from your body and curl down. Shake that out for me. We'll repeat on the other side. Left arm comes in front, right arm scoops underneath. Lift your arms and grasp your palms together. Inhale, lift up, draw your elbows away. Exhale, curl. Inhale, up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Again, shake it out. Just do a few gentle shoulder circles. Drawing your shoulder blades together behind you, lowering, forward, up, back, down, forward and up. And we're going to move into cow face. So I'd like you to take your right leg, place it in front of you, and then lift it over and cross it over your left knee. Reach your right arm reach your right arm up and behind you. And then your left arm comes behind to grasp. I'm going to turn around so you can see this better. Right arm goes up, reaches down between your shoulder blades. Left arm reaches up to meet it. If this isn't available for you, please use a strap. And it doesn't have to be a yoga strap, it can be a scarf, a belt, a dressing gown belt, anything like that. So, right arm goes up, reaches between your shoulder blades, left arm reaches to meet it. And just a nice stretch here. Should really feel your shoulders opening. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Release that. Right leg comes back and left leg crosses over the top of your right knee. Now your left arm reaches up, down in between your shoulder blades. Right arm comes behind to meet, strap if you prefer. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Fantastic. I think I can already feel that tension in my shoulders and my neck releasing. Let's get more hopeful. We're going to move down onto our bellies for another shoulder strengthening and releasing sequence. Okay, so make your way onto your stomach now. I think in Tragedy of Medusa, there's this huge impact of swimming on her life. And it's really nice to take a kind of swimming sequence in our yoga today. So we're going to strengthen those shoulders, we're going to release that tension so that we can allow hope to shine. And we're going to do it through a swimming sequence. As you just rest on your elbows for a moment, and if you watch me first, you're going to have your head down. To show you, I'm going to keep my head up, so just bear in mind you'll have your head down. You're going to start with your hands in front of you on the mat. We're going to take our left hand up. It's going to come out to the side. Thumb will turn down and come to rest on your lower back. And then come round, back and to the front. We're going to do 5 on each side. So release your head. If you want to, take a block to rest your head on. Find a position that's comfortable for you. But do keep your head central. And hopefully this sounds okay and you can hear me. Left arm up, round, thumb down, and place it on your lower back. Bring it round and to the front. Let's repeat that. Left arm up, round, thumb turns down, and rest on lower back. Bring your arm back, turn and down. And do 5 on each side, so that's 2. 3, lift that arm up, comes round, rest on your lower back, that's 4, bring it back to front, and 5, arm goes up, round, rest on lower back, and back round. Really great range of movement and shoulder mobility here. Let's repeat on the right hand side, right arm goes up, comes round, thumb drops, rest it on your lower back, back to the front. Right arm up, comes round, rest on your lower back, and back to the front. 2, right arm up, round, thumb turns, rest on lower back. That's 3, 4, right arm up, round, thumb turns, rest on the lower back. And last one, right arm up, round, rest on the lower back. And comes back to the front of your mat. Okay, I'm going to take my block away now and we're just going to do one core strengthening swim sequence to finish our warm-up. Arms stretch out in front of you, feet about hip distance apart behind you, and you're going to lift your head, lift your chest, lift your feet and start to paddle them, start to splash them up and down, and your arms. We're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your head drop to one side. I like to lift my feet, just windscreen wide for your legs, side to side, just to release your lower back. And then come up onto your hands and knees and gently lift into a seated position. We're going to move on to our first flow. So as we move into our flow, we're going to begin with another quote. So just rest in seated position for a moment. I wondered if I had ever made my own choice at all, really, or if every twist and turn of my life had been preordained, if it were hopeless to fight, or were the fates a simple excuse, a way to avoid responsibility for our actions. And as we move into our flow and we push ourselves now, think to yourself, how many times do you give up hope and blame it on the fates and say, oh, there's no point? If we want to have hope, we need to fight for it. And that's very much true of Tragedy of Medusa, and it's true of us today. So we're going to move into a flow and we are going to fight for what we want to achieve today. You're already having hope because you've taken the time to come onto the mat. And now we're going to move through this flow and fight for our hope. Come into mountain, so standing, feet together on the mat. Toes don't need to touch, but however you feel comfortable. You may prefer to be hip distance apart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back. And we're going to come into a high lunge. So lifting your arms up, keep your body at the same angle as your back leg. So we're in a nice straight line here, arms behind. Bring your hands down and we're going to jump and change our feet. So feet are going to jump and change positions. So now your right foot is forward. Lift up again into that high angle lunge. This time grasp your fingers together behind you. Open that chest, allow that hope to flow through you. Right hands released to the ground and we're going to jump swap our feet. And now we're going to lift up into a nice warrior two pose. So turn your right foot so that it's parallel to the short end of your mat. Lift yourself up. Right arm comes back. Left arm points forward into a powerful warrior two. From here, straighten your front leg. Reach your left foot down, right arm up into triangle. Right arm's going to come down, left arm opens up into a twisted triangle. This is a power pose for hope. Okay, it's really going to release that chakra energy and allow hope to flow. From there, we're going to turn around and I'm just going to flip on my mat so you can see. We're going to move our hands into the middle of the mat, so we're now in a wide leg forward fold. Right hand comes down in the centre. Left arm opens. Left hand comes down. Right arm opens. And then we're going to come back so that our right leg is forward again. Step back into a plank. Lower to your knees. And from tabletop, I want you to drop down onto your elbows. Elbows under your shoulders. You can clasp your hands if you want to. Tuck your toes, and we're going to lift our hips up into dolphin. Take a few breaths here in dolphin pose. Inhale. Exhale. Lower to your knees. Hands on the mat. Up to down dog. Step forward and return to mountain. Let's repeat that on the other side. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Arms reach up behind us in that angled lunge. Hands down. Jump swap your legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. Arms come up and clasp behind for that chest opener. Hands down. Jump and change. Turn your left foot down so it's parallel with the back end of the mat and lift up to warrior two. Find your warrior two, a nice powerful pose here. Right arm stretches forward, left arm stretches back. Straighten your front leg and tip over into our triangle pose. From here, left arm reaches down to the mat. If you are struggling to reach down, you're welcome to use a block. Take the angle you prefer. And right arm reaches up. And we're in our twisted triangle. Right arm comes down. Walk your hands to the centre. Take that nice wide leg forward fold, releasing the crown chakra to the ground, allowing hope to flow. Right arm down, left arm up in a twist. Left arm down, right arm up. Right arm down. Walk your hands back to the front, turning your feet so we're back in our lunge. Right leg comes back to plank. Drop to your knees. Bring your elbows down. Tuck your toes and lift up into dolphin. A few breaths here in dolphin pose. Really great stretch for those shoulders, really strengthening. Drop back to your knees, hands to the mat, lift your hips for downward dog, and step or jump to the front of the mat, forward fold, and reach up to mountain. Okay. Okay, we're going to take that flow once more on each side. Arms up. Okay, we're going to take that flow once more on each side and we're going to speed it up a bit more. So, in your mountain position, arms up, forward fold. Right leg goes back, lift into that high lunge. Hands down to the mat, jump change your feet, lift and clasp your hands behind you, open the chest, hands down, jump change, lift up into warrior two, straighten your front leg, and tick-tock your arms to triangle. Right arm comes down. Left arm up. Twisted triangle. From there, move your fingers, walk your fingers across to your forward fold. Release your crown to the mat. Right arm comes down. Left arm up. left arm down, right arm goes up, right down. Walk your fingers to the front of the mat, step back to plank, drop your knees to tabletop, elbows down to dolphin, and lift your hips. A few breaths here in dolphin. Drop to your knees, hands to the mat, hips up to down dog, and step or jump, forward fold, and reach up to mountain. One more time on the other side. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg goes back. High angled lunge. Hands to the mat. Jump change. High angled lunge. Bind your hands behind you. Open that chest. Hands to the mat. Jump change. Turn your back foot and rise to warrior two. Take a breath in warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Tick-tock your arms over into triangle. Left arm goes down, right arm rises for twisted triangle. Bring your hand down and walk your hands to the centre of the mat for your forward fold. Right hand goes down, left hand pulls up. Left hand goes down, right arm up. Hands to the mat, walk from back to the front into your lunge. Step back to plank. Lower to your knees, drop to your elbows. Lift your hips into dolphin. Take a few breaths here in dolphin. Drop your knees, hands to the mat, lift your hips to downward dog, and step or jump forward, forward fold, and roll yourself up to standing mountain. Wow, I can really feel that energy flowing now. I'm feeling very hopeful, very positive, which is fantastic. Okay, we have been working those shoulders, and there has been a reason for that. We're going to really push ourselves now and take a shoulder stand. So I'd like you to come to lay on your mat. You may want to place a blanket under your upper back for extra support. Take my hair out. Shuffle down so you can see me a little bit better. From there, you're going to push your shoulders down into the mat, and you're going to lift yourself up into a shoulder stand. Now I want you to watch me first. Once you're in your shoulder stand, please don't turn your head to look at the screen. So watch first, and then when you're comfortable, you can lift up. So you're going to lift your feet straight up, and then pull yourself up into a shoulder stand. You can use your hands to support your back. Pull your belly in and breathe into your ribs. Okay, I'm going to come back down. We're going to take a shoulder stand together. If this doesn't feel like it's available to you today, then please feel free to just take a legs up the wall or legs up in carrying position. If you're ready to push, if you're ready to break through those barriers and allow hope to shine, then lift your legs up, Keep your head straight, shoulders are pushing down into the mat. And take your shoulders down, breathing into the back of your ribs as you draw your belly in. Slowly release your legs down, using your hands to support your back as you lower back down to the mat. Fantastic job. Okay, well done. You've worked hard. We're going to slow it down now and move into the yin section of our flow. We're going to take the counter pose to our shoulder stand to release our neck. So we're going to start in fish pose. So for our fish pose, I recommend using a bolster or a cushion. We're going to lay that behind you. And you need to feel your way. What works for me is going to be slightly different for your body shape and your body type. So you're going to find that comfort spot where you can lay over the bolster, release your head down to the mat. And again, this is allowing that crown chakra to release that energy to flow, and your arms out to the side. If you haven't got a bolster, you can use bricks. And again, you can use it in various positions to find that comfort spot for you. So you may want to place one brick along your spine and another hooked in your neck from the lower part of your skull. Find the position that feels the most comfortable, the most relaxing for you. This is our cool down, this is our yin, this is our rest and recovery. We're going to take 2 minutes here. So as you lay in your supported fish, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'm thinking again of our opening quote of the rain that must pour down in those muddied waters. Imagine the rain pouring on you now. Doesn't matter how many things have gone wrong, how hopeless things seem, all that rain, all those things are helping you and enabling you to grow. So let's have that hope. Okay, we're just coming up to 2 minutes. Place your elbows down on the mat and gently lift yourself up and out of the pose. Put your right arm behind you and we're going to turn around onto our stomachs and we're going to take a minute in crocodile pose here. So feet, just move these out of the way. Feet are hip distance apart and your hands are folded on top of one another so your head can rest. And we're going to take a minute here, just Relaxing, allowing our breath to flow. Okay, as you continue to lay in your crocodile pose, we're just going to consider another quote here. But perhaps it was because it was so hopeless, so inferior and defenceless. Perhaps it was these reasons that stirred the waters of devotion within her soul. I love that quote because sometimes when everything seems lost, when everything seems hopeless, that's when we're actually stirred to take action and to really make the change. So that's when the hope begins to flow. So as you relax into these yin poses now, whatever has been weighing on you, whatever has been making you struggle recently, this is a time to release it and allow that hope to flow. You're going to take a half frog now. So from where you are, just lift your left leg up so that your knee is in line with your hip. And keep your head in the centre. And just release that left hip. And take a minute here. And as your left leg comes back to centre, right leg opens to the other side, knee in line with your hip. And this is where the magic happens. This is where you release those anxieties, those stresses, that feeling of hopelessness. And you allow the joy, the positivity, and the hope to find its way to you. Bring your right leg back to centre. Gently place your hands on the mat. Roll yourself onto your side. We're going to take 2 minutes with legs up the wall. You might want to just reposition your mat so it's closer to a wall. You need to place your butt as close as you can to the wall. Just shuffle yourself as close as you can. Feet simply rest up the wall. And this is such an amazing restorative pose. We're going to spend 2 minutes here. And you have the choice. You can either quiet your mind, or if you want to consider particular things that have been weighing on you, those things that have made you feel hopeless, those things that have made you feel like you can't move forward in your life, and release them. And as you do so, feel that hope, that enthusiasm flow into your body. This is your time to grow. You've faced the rains, you've stirred those muddied waters, and now you get to grow, you get to bloom and flower. A few more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, gently release your feet. You might want to walk them down the wall. You might want to turn and allow your feet to flop to the side. Come onto your knees. We're going to take our last yin pose before we reach our final meditation of today. So we've been working on our crown chakra, allowing that hope to flow through. Your crown is now going to come to the mat, hands behind. And this is our rabbit pose. We're going to spend 2 minutes here. Welcome your natural breath here. If at any point you feel any discomfort, you can put a cushion in between your legs here to release the pressure here. You can take a bolster and fold over the bolster. We're here for about another minute, so make sure you're feeling comfortable. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hope. Exhale that negativity, that stress and anxiety. Gently come back up to a seated position. Again, find whichever works for you. Legs crossed, sitting on your heels. Perhaps you want to sit on a bolster or a cushion or a block. We're now going to move to our final pose, which is going to be a meditative resting pose. Okay, so in your seated position, I invite you to take hands mudra. So here, your index finger will remain pointing upwards, but your middle finger, ring finger, and little finger will join the tip of your thumb. Your index finger points upwards, and you can do this on both hands. This mudra invites joy and laughter into your heart, so it's a perfect way to finish our hopeful practice today. And as you I invite you to close your eyes as we consider our final quote. Together we stood, two friends hand in hand, as the water washed over our feet, wiping away the past and leaving behind the hope of something new. So as we finish our practice today, take your natural breath and allow yourself to imagine that friend beside you. Visualise the person who most brings hope into your life. It might be a partner, it might be a friend, a colleague, it might be a family member. Possibly it's even a celebrity or someone you aspire to be. Imagine them by your side as the water washes over your feet, washing away all those footprints, all those signs of what is in your past, and clearing the path for a new hope. Thank you so much for joining my practice today. I hope you go on with your day feeling full of hope, laughter and happiness. See you in the next one.